wanted to challenge myself and work on consistency, so I started the 75 Hard Challenge. Here were the basic rules for every day. Follow a diet, exercise outside for 45 minutes, exercise inside for 45 minutes, drink a gallon of water, read 10 pages of a book, and take a progress pic. And here's how it went. I lasted for a total of 2 days. But even though it was so short, I learned so much about myself. The last couple days, the temps were in the negatives. There were double-digit wind chills, but I made my way outside. I almost landed on my butt a couple times trying to walk, but eventually I adapted. Now, a couple things I've learned about myself. 3 things, actually. First, I can eat healthy portion sizes without torturing myself. The diet I followed over the course of those 2 days was the 21-day fix. Now, I chose this particular diet because it wasn't focused on calories and instead focused on getting all of the food groups ingested before the end of the day. If I planned and ate a little before I was hungry, I actually forgot about food until some hours later, which is crazy for me because I'm usually always thinking about either burgers, pizza, or Arby's. Second thing I've learned is that God has given humans an ability to handle really rough outside conditions. Now, this kind of makes sense because there's places like Siberia and very north and south places that are incredibly cold. But I realized that this applied to me and my human body as well. I did not realize I could handle such cold temperatures. But I eventually realized that it was literally my mind holding me back. Wearing 2 layers of pants, 2 layers of shirts, 3 layers of socks also helped keep me warm, along with a nice coat and hat. And those, what are those? Waterproof gloves? The very thick ones. And then after coming indoors from walking outside those 2 days, I felt like I could accomplish anything. It's incredible how after doing something so difficult, you're able to see that, hey, if I could do this, I could do this too, and I could also do that. It's such a motivation booster, even though it is so painfully painful. And then the third thing I've learned about myself is I think I've finally beat my all or nothing mindset. Before I would make plans spanning throughout the entire day, time blocking pretty much every single minute, and anytime I would either fall behind on that time blocking schedule or I would miss something or forget something, my whole day was ruined. I would end up binging, and I still kind of do, and nothing would get done. But now, even if I fall off or I fail completing the day 100%, I still feel like I've accomplished something, even if I did one thing. And I've realized the importance of still salvaging the day, even if it's not perfect. And one thing my husband told me, he said this, it's better to fail than to quit. And this was an incredible mind shift for me because growing up, I always thought that quitting was the best way. Like, I heard the quotes that said, you only fail if you give up. You only fail if you stop trying. And I heard it, I kind of internalized it, but deep down, I really thought that if I quit before I fail, it means I had the choice. I won. I still won even if I quit. which sounds really weird, but in hindsight, that really held me back from a lot of opportunities. And yeah. But now, since after my husband mentioned that, it's like, you know what? It really is better to fail than to quit. Because you know that saying, winners never quit and quitters never win? That's a very accurate statement. And ever since having that mindset, I'm like, you know what? Even if I fail and I get back up and I keep going, I keep on the diet even if I screw up one day or I screw up in one meal. I've still made incredible strides compared to if I just gave up on the diet altogether or if I didn't read at all. So, yeah. When life isn't so hectic, I do want to try the 75 hard challenge again. One thing I also did have 30 minutes of quiet time, or also known as spending time with Jesus, like every I had one at 5 a.m., one at 12 p.m., and one at 3 p.m. That did not work very well, but I still at least got to spend that quality time with God, even if I didn't get through all three. And I'm still doing that. And boy, has it been a game changer. I feel like I have a better quality of life, more clarity, and more trust in the Lord than I had before. I wonder, have you ever tried a challenge like this? Have you tried the 75-day hard mission? Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear it, and I want to hear how it went for you guys.